One of the things he says in there is you never really rise to the occasion. You fall back to your highest level of preparation. And so if you're preparing your day, you're preparing for yourself, you're not just going to magically become better. You have to really prepare for what you expect to have happen.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kessel. Today, I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Cezar Mansour, who is a mortgage broker, an author, and creator of The Savvy Broker. So excited to have you here today, Cezar.
I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to chit-chat with you a little bit today.
Great. Let's dive in. First off, for those not familiar with you and your work, can you share what your main focus is?
My main focus is today is being the founder of a software program for individual loan agents and mortgage brokers called Savvy Broker. I currently have a mortgage business. I've had it since 2001. The name of that company is called Beach Lending, and it's gone really well. I've got about 6 or 7 staff that actually run that and take care of that. So it's that's been our main focus of business.
Awesome. And which markets do you operate in?
Mainly, well, the mortgage business is all in California only. The software business is all throughout the country.
Awesome. So what is the Savvy Broker?
Well, back in the day when I first started in the business, my background has been automotive. I was in business for about 15 years in R&D for Toyota Motor Corporation. I started having kids. I was deciding what do I do? Where do I, do I really want to stay here? I've been traveling about 60% of the time, and I really was not able to really hang out with my kids as much. And all the ladies in our family that were in real estate, they were encouraging me to get into the mortgage business. So I got my broker's license, eventually opened up my own shop. And then all the ladies that were in real estate retired. And so I was deciding, what do I do? What's going to work? And fortunately, in the corporate world, I learned a lot about systems and procedures. And my background's always been numbers. And so I was really a big Excel guy. And in Excel, every square is a calculator. So I would have, clients' names, phone numbers, everything else kind of organized there. And what I found that, with Excel, you could have everything kind of come into one spot in terms of explaining what the day that they started the loan, the rate of the loan, the loan amount, and I could tell it today's date, and I could know the current loan amount when I turned it on, but I couldn't get it to bring in the current values. I couldn't get it to compare against the market. And so what I've done creating Savvy Broker is really take away a lot of the guesswork, a lot of the legwork that it takes. So, for example, if somebody says, if you were to say, hey, Cezar, I'd like to get a refi. So I'd tell you, hey, Michelle, send me the most recent mortgage statement. I'd take that, look at the banks, look at Zillow, see what the rate is. By the time I put everything together and sent you something, it'd take me about 30 minutes. The Savvy Broker takes about 8 clicks. So it's most of what I found is most loan agents are sitting on a huge book of business, and yet they're really kind of usually chasing new leads rather than working through their current database. And so, for example, what I found is someone puts in 4 or 5 new clients into an Excel spreadsheet, usually right away they see a transaction that's available to them and they can work it. But it's basically it's having that system and procedure that's available.
Awesome. And is this like a subscription service? How does it work?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Well, it's a subscription service. The whole idea was basically behind it is to make it kind of level the playing field between the loan agents, individual loan agents and brokers with the banks. For example, like most clients, most loan agents, when the rates drop, you're going to you're going to make a phone call to what I call the low hanging fruit, the ones you know for sure they can get a refinance. So you're going to spend maybe 3-4 days, sometimes a week or 2 weeks calling these clients. You're going to get those transactions in, but by the time you get to the middle hanging fruit, at that point, other banks have already called them, and usually you've already lost that transaction. So if you lose 4 or 5 loans like that, that's like anywhere from $20,000 to $60,000 in commissions. It's really a big deal. And so what Savvy Broker does is it lists all your clients in one spot, all basically green, telling you who to call. And immediately you can call them, who to call. You don't have to do a lot of the legwork like I was talking about before. So it really allows you to know who to call right now. Send a quick PDF to them that whether they're doing a refinance, a purchase, or sale of a property, and then move forward onto basically to work in your whole book of business. So instead of talking to 3 clients, you can talk to 20. And that's the idea behind that. It's really gone really well. So basically, yes, subscription-based business. It's not very expensive. It's about $59 a month. The whole idea behind that is to not get rich off of someone's $59, but to really help the industry.
Awesome. And what do you feel have been some of the main keys that have allowed your business to be able to run successfully?
Really what has been the biggest thing and what I've found is consistency, sense of procedures, and a numbers-based business. A lot of people probably read the book already, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Greg Keller. It's a great book. Basically, but it talks about the habits, the successful habits of agents who make $1 million a year or more. And one of the sections in there to talk about is a 33 touch program. And in that touch program, say like if you have 12 good clients and you're touching them 33 times a year, you're going to get 1 transaction and 1 referral every year. So if you want 10 a month, you need 1,440 good contacts that you're touching 33 times a year. So if you're sending out a newsletter once a month, if you're sending out a report from Savvy Broker once a month, that's 24 touches already. So you just need 9 more. It's not as intrusive as it sounds like. You've got your happy birthdays, you've got your Merry Christmas, you've got your daylight savings, Valentine's Day, that all kind of comes in there. Your magnets that you're going to send out for the calendar or the baseball schedule, you're going to hit that number pretty quickly. So if you have that in place, and then you have a system in place where you have all your clients in one spot, and you're able to manage that, then that's where success is really going to come in. Like I was saying before, we were talking, is like really try to make sure you can manage taking care of the stuff you can control. We cannot control the market. We can't control the rates are going to go up or down, but you can be in charge of your marketing. You can be in charge of how you organize your database. And so that's really important. So I basically started, like I was saying, with an Excel spreadsheet, and then evolved into a software program that was able to help me with that.
Awesome. And so what is the book that you wrote? Can you share on that?
Sure. The book I wrote is called The Official Guide to Building a Referral-Based Business. It talks a lot about what we were just talking about. What I had was a manual from my agents that were working for me. And I was at my friend's wedding in Hawaii, and I'm sitting back, relaxing. And I was like, if I had a couple stories, I have a book. And in the book, really, I talk about socializing. Not a lot of people call it networking, but I like to change the word to socialize. I say socialize, socialize, socialize. The idea is go to that birthday party, join that softball team or soccer team or whatever you're into. say hello to people, shake those hands. You don't have to sell yourself per se, to just become their friend and increase that database that you have and meet those people, get them into to your system. And then as you market to them, that business is going to grow. And so the idea behind the official guide to building a referral-based business was just that, is going and saying hello, being organized. What kind of thank you cards should you send out? What kind of hellos? How do you stay motivated? All those types of things. So that's what the book is about. You can get that on Amazon easily. You can go to my website, CezarMansour.com. You can log into, sign up for the newsletter. You can opt out right away, but you'll get an email with a link so you can read my book for free as well. So it's a great thing.
Amazing. What is some of like the framework that you teach on that?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Basically, the format that we mainly teach is, with Savvy Broker, I have something that, like I was saying, most loan agents and real estate agents are sitting on a business that they're really not marketing to. And so what I found is that what I tell brokers, if you can create your own spreadsheet or have one, and you can put all your clients' loans and interest rates and properties in there, it'll help you basically stay organized. So I actually put together something called Savvy Broker Client Loan Tracker. And what it is a Excel spreadsheet that basically helps you get set up. If anybody wants one, you can connect with me on LinkedIn or follow Savvy Broker on Instagram and just DM me Savvy Broker, and I'll send you a copy of that Excel spreadsheet. That'll really help you out, as well as some training with that.
Awesome. What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
Like I was telling you, I've got a good staff running the beach lending, and the reasons being is because of the systems and procedures that are in place. Obviously, people are out and meeting and socializing with new people, but running that book of business keeps the phone ringing, keeps the emails coming in, keeps people interested. On the software side, we're basically just continuing to let everybody know what Savvy Broker is and how it can help loan agents and how it improves their book of business. What I've found is that the aha moment, in a sense, if someone puts in probably the fourth or fifth client into Savvy Broker, they'll see a transaction immediately. So if they're making 1% off of a $300,000 loan, that's $3,000 commission. If it's a $500,000 loan, $5,000 commission, that's going to more than pay for Savvy Broker for years to come. The idea, though, is that once someone sees that rings and they see that it actually is helping them to stay focused, it's a huge deal. So you wake up every morning knowing who to call or knowing who you don't need to call, and that's kind of been the biggest thing. So it's just basically just like everyone else, just growing your business, staying on top of your game. You have that morning ritual. You're getting up in the morning, and if you're looking through the plan that you did the night before. Most, like I always like to say when I teach about it, is that if you look at yourself as a corporate athlete, and if you're planning your day the night before and you show up to work at 9:00, you're so much further ahead than someone showing up at 9:00 to plan their day. So by the time you get your day started, you already know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you know the avenues to take. And those are the things that not only you teach but practice in my business, and that's what that's why we've been in business since 2001, and it will be as successful as we are. That's been the biggest thing. The hardest part really is getting organized. I mean, it's work. It's not, like I always say, you can't hire someone to do your own push-ups. You can't, if you're hanging out during the day and you're organizing your sock drawer, that's not going to get you the business that you want to get. So having a real clear understanding of what you want to do and making a plan to do it and then executing it, that's the hardest part. I mean, giving someone an Excel spreadsheet for them to fill out is great. It took time to make that Excel spreadsheet, but it also takes time to put the clients in there. Once the clients are in there, then it's easy. Getting the clients in there, taking the time to do that, whether you drink alcohol or not, it's 2 glasses of wine or two cups of coffee or whatever it is, 3 or 4 nights a week. That's going to get you organized to the point where then you can have more of a commanding control of your business. And that's what I say. The corporate athlete works really harder than a regular athlete. Sports athlete, they're off a couple months a year. Corporate athlete is off 4 weeks a year, maybe, if they're good vacation plans going on. So the thing is, we're working hard, and you got to make every minute count. And to do that is preparing to be successful. I think one of the best books I read was called Never Split the Difference. Negotiate as if your life depends on it.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And it's just written about how to negotiate. But one of the things he says in there is you never really rise to the occasion. You fall back to your highest level of preparation. And so if you're preparing your day, you're preparing for yourself, you're not just going to magically become better. You have to really prepare for what you expect to have happen. So that, you have an idea, that's great, but then how are you going to implement it? What are you going to do? That's where coaching, reaching out to people, reading books, using a program like Savvy Broker, and really implementing the steps, that's what's going to make you successful. I mean, you can read a lot of books, but if you're not applying it, if you're not taking a few things and deciding today's the day that I'm going to take care of it, that's the issue that I see people running into. And that's the difference between successful people and non in our business. You see people come in and they come in and out quickly, and see some stay forever and they're just very, very successful. And it's usually the stick-to-itiveness, the systems, procedures, and the planning that makes it happen. It's not a huge science. It's difficult. I mean, even setting up to do this podcast, Michelle, it took you time. You had to prepare, and it's very important. And it's a great thing. Once you start to do it, the accomplishment and the feeling is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, is there anything that you're most looking forward to, or any opportunities that you have on the horizon?
I'm, like I said, I've been in the business since 2001. So my biggest thing is really what I've been enjoying the most now is the kind of the fruits of the labor, in a sense, and that we put in a lot of time, put in a lot of energy. It's nice to be able to give back to people in the community, in the real estate community, especially in terms of like personally and horizon. There's a couple of vacations that are coming up. I've got, just recently became a grandfather, and looks like I'm going to become another grandfather soon. So those things are huge for me. At the same time, like I said, is, what I found is that staying organized and staying on course, those are the things that kind of keep me looking towards the future. There isn't some huge BHAG or big, hairy, audacious goal that I have more than growing the name and the brand of Savvy Broker and getting it out there to the people to let them know. Like I've always said is, I wrote a business book. I got my real estate license. I got my mortgage license. I created a software program. Those are great things. Yet the thing is anybody using it? Is anybody reading that book? You got a law degree. That's awesome. Do you have any clients? Oh, you're a doctor. Do you have any patients? It always comes back to the marketing. It comes back to putting yourself, oh, you graduated college? That's awesome. So when you get a job? And so the main piece behind all that is you have to push yourself forward to make sure that's going to happen. There's always got to be some goal. You had a goal to get your degree. You had a goal to get your license. You had a goal to start a software program. Now, how do you get it out there? Who do you talk to? Where do you get these things? And so those are the biggest things that I see. So it's also very exciting for me because I know it works, and at the same time, it's getting an opportunity to talk to the mortgage workers throughout the country. I've really learned a lot. And one of the biggest things I've learned is that we're all in the same boat. We really are. A lot of us are sitting on a book of business that we're not mining. Instead, we're trying to get new leads rather than looking at the previous leads we have and looking at getting referrals from those leads. So that's been a big thing. So being able to talk to people and share that has been huge for me. Honestly, it's been really rewarding at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Well, before we begin to wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, and stay updated with what you're up to, where can people find you?
You can find me kind of all over the place. You can actually just Google my name, CezarMansour.com. It'll come up in a lot of areas. You can go to savvy-broker.com. You can sign up for a demo there. Again, you can go to LinkedIn. Look me up on LinkedIn. You can connect with me through there, as well as on Instagram. You can look up Savvy Broker on Instagram as well. And we can, like I said, if you want to get a copy of that Savvy Broker Client Manager loan tracking sheet, just shoot me a DM and just say Savvy Broker in there, and then I'll reach back out to you with that Excel sheet, as well as, we can set up a time to talk individually as well.
Perfect. Well, appreciate your time and your story. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it. Looking forward to getting to work with you guys in the future.
Of course. And for those tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Cezar who are building real businesses. We'll see you on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.